Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, and home-brewed 5e items for your games. Today we're bringing to life the badass Geralt. Geralt is a witcher, a superhuman warrior created by mutating magics. Armed with an array of weapons, enhanced abilities, can use magics known as signs, and an understanding of alchemy to craft potions and explosives, Geralt is an unstoppable monster hunter. Before we begin, this is officially the first 5.5E character build, as we will call it going forward. But I don't have the book yet. This video will be going live the day after the book officially hits shelves, but that's not going to slow me down here. I'm going to be using as much 5.5e content that I have access to, and if anything is wrong, I'm sorry. We're all going to be learning this together, so hang with me here. Before we begin, I'd like to give a shout out to everyone who actually has been offering to help me with this when the new edition was announced. I unfortunately don't have all your names, which there have been quite a few of you, so thank you guys for sticking with me. But I do actually have the last two who actually offered help in the past week. So Jonathan Haynes and Matthew Denz, thank you guys for reaching out and trying to help. It means a lot to me. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Monsters of the Multiverse. We're using Standard Point Array, and to keep things simple, we are not multi-classing. Make Wisdom 15, Strength 14, Dex 13, Con 12, Intelligence 10, and we're going to be dumping Charisma with an 8. This is for no reason other than people don't really trust Witchers and we have to dump something. Geralt is a human that has been mutated to be a better capable at fighting monsters. Shifter from Multiverse will work just fine. Though you don't shift into a bestial form, you just get really goth, this still works. Bestial Instincts gives you the skills Athletics. Dark Vision lets you see in dim light as if it's bright light, and darkness as if it's dim light out to 60 feet. Shifting is a bonus action that unleashes your mutated nature. For 1 minute until you die or change back, you gain temporary HP when you shift, equal to 2 times your proficiency level, and then you take on your shifter form. Beast Hide gives you another 1d6 in temporary HP and adds +1 to your AC. You can shift a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and one other of your choice. Now on to background. It's really weird doing it how we're about to do it, but I'll get used to it. Place +2 into Strength and +1 into Wisdom. We need the skills Survival and Acrobatics. For your origin feat, Magic Initiate grants you 2 cantrips and 1 first level spell from any spell list, and choosing a spellcasting modifier from Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. Take Wisdom. For your cantrips, Gust can do several things, but we want it because it can target 1 creature within 30 feet of a category medium or smaller and force a strength save. If they fail, they are pushed 5 feet away from you. Produce Flame lets you throw a flame at a creature within 30 feet of you, dealing 1d8 fire damage on a hit. Charm Person targets 1 humanoid within 30 feet and forces a Wisdom save. If they fail, they are charmed by you for 1 hour or until you or your allies harm them. When the spell ends, they will know you used magic to charm them. With this feat, you can cast Charm Person once per long rest for free without a spell slot, or at any time with a spell slot. For your bonus proficiencies, take Alchemist Supplies and Herbalism Kit to make bombs and potions. Level 1 Rangers begin with 3 skills. Take Animal Handling, Investigation, and Perception. You are proficient in all melee weapons, light and medium armor, and shields. Weapon Mastery lets you use weapons more effectively. Choosing 2 weapons you are proficient with, you can use special properties with these weapons every time you hit with them, and after a long rest you can change out which weapon masteries you have. Spell Casting gives you more access to magic. You know 2 first level spells. Before we get to those, Favorite Enemy gives you the spell Hunter's Mark for free. This lets you mark a creature within 90 feet with a bonus action. For the next 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you will deal an extra 1d6 force damage when you hit the target, and you will have advantage on perception and survival checks made to find the target. If the target dies before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature within 90 feet. You can cast this without a spell slot a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. rest. For your spells, Searing Smite charges your blade with extreme heat with a bonus action, dealing 1d6 fire damage on a target and causing the target to ignite in flames for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. At the start of each of their turns, they take 1d6 fire damage and then must make a con save. If they pass the save, the spell ends. Cure Wounds heals you 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Level 2 Rangers gain Deft Explorer. You now have expertise in one skill you are proficient with. Place this into Perception. You also learn 2 more languages of your choice. Fighting Style gives you 1 fighting style feat of your choice. This is pretty hard because you're just an amazing fighter and most of the fighting styles work for you. But I'm going to go with Dueling, as this adds +2 to the damage of a weapon you're holding in one hand while holding no other weapon. Change it on how you feel if you'd rather have great weapon fighting or unarmed fighting or even thrown weapon. For your new spell, Detect Magic allows you to see magical effects within 30 feet of you for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. You can see the auroras of magical items or things under the effects of spells, and you can use your action to see what school of magic it's from, but you will not know what the spell effect is. Level 3 Rangers now have access to their subclass. Monster Slayer from Xanathar's gives you Hunter's Sense. With an action, you can choose one creature within 60 feet of you. You immediately learn if the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier between long rests. Slayer's Prey lets you mark an enemy within 60 feet with a bonus action. Each time you hit the target with an attack, you will deal an extra 1d6 damage. You can do this once per short or long rest. Monster Slayer Spells gives you new spells that you will always have prepared, but don't count to your total number known. For this spell, Protection from Evil and Good lets you ward one willing creature you touch, including yourself, against certain creatures. These creatures are aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. For 10 minutes while you maintain this spell, the warded creature gains several benefits. Creatures listed before have disadvantage on all attacks against the warded creature. They also cannot charm, frighten, or possess the warded creature, and if the warded creature already has one of these effects, they have advantage on saving throws to end the effects. Level 4 Rangers earn our first ability score improvement, Bump Up Strength for more power in your attacks. For your new spell, Longstrider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Level 5 Rangers receive extra attack. You can attack twice with a single attack action. You also gain second level spells. For your Slayer spell, Zone of Truth creates a 15-foot radius sphere out to 60 feet. For 10 minutes, each time a creature starts in the sphere or enters the sphere, they must make a charisma save or be unable to tell a lie while in the sphere. You will know if they fail or pass the save, but they can avoid telling the truth, but they cannot lie. For your new Ranger spell, Magic Weapon turns one non-magical weapon into a magic one with a bonus action. For 1 hour, this weapon gains +1 to attack and damage. You've reached character level 5. Your proficiency bonus is now +3. Produce Flame now deals 2d8 fire damage on a hit. Level 6 Rangers gain Roving. You now have a climbing and swimming speed equal to your walking speed, and when not wearing heavy armor, your walking speed is increased by 10 feet. Level 7 Monster Slayer Rangers now have Supernatural Defense. Now when the target of your Slayer's Prey forces a saving throw against you, or when you make a skill check to escape a grapple from the marked creature, you can add a d6 to the roll. For your new spell, Gust of Wind releases a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide line from you in a direction you choose. Each creature within the line must make a strength save or be pushed back 15 feet from you. With a bonus action, you can change the direction of the line. You must maintain the spell for 1 minute. Level 8 Rangers earn another ability score improvement, Cap Off Strength. Level 9 Rangers receive expertise in 2 skills you are proficient with. Choose Athletics and Survival. You also now have 3rd level spells. For your Slayer spells, Magic Circle lets you create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder within 10 feet from you for 1 hour. When you cast this, choose one creature type from Celestial, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, or Undead. While this spell is active, the selected creature can't willingly enter the circle by non-magical means, must make a Charisma saving throw if they attempt to enter the circle by magical means, only entering if they pass, has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures within, and anyone within can't be possessed, charmed, or frightened. You can also cast this spell in reverse, trapping the chosen creature within. For your new ranger spell, Enhance Ability lets you choose a stat for one willing creature you touch, including yourself, from the stats Strength, Dex, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. For 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you have advantage on skill checks made with that chosen stat. You've hit character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus up to +4. Level 10 Rangers gain Tireless. You now grant yourself temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier with an action. You can do this a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier between long rests. You can also reduce your level of exhaustion by 1 with a short rest. Level 11 Monster Slayer Rangers now have Magic User's Nemesis. Now when you see a creature casting a spell or teleporting within 60 feet of you, you can use your reaction to force a Wisdom save. If they fail, the spell or teleport fails. You can use this once per short or long rest. For your new spells, Protection from Poison grants one willing creature you touch, including yourself, resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws against poisons for 1 hour. It will also end the poison condition when it is cast. Zephyr Strike enhances your speed for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. While active, your movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Also, before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack. If you hit, you will deal an extra 1d8 force damage, and regardless of if you hit or miss, your speed is increased by 30 feet until the end of the turn you attacked. You've reached character level 11. Produce Flame now deals 3d8 fire damage. Level 12 Rangers earn another ability score improvement. Place this into Wisdom for a better spell DC. Level 13 Rangers receive Relentless Hunter. Your concentration can now never be broken while maintaining Hunter's Mark. You also receive 4th level spells. For your Slayer spell, Banishment targets a creature within 30 feet and forces a Charisma save. If they fail, they are placed in a harmless demiplane for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. After the 1 minute, they return to the spot they vanished from unless they are an aberration, celestial, fey, or fiend, in which case they are transported to a plane of existence to the DM's discretion. For your new spell, take what you want. You are now character level 13, bump up your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 14 Rangers gain Nature's Veil. You can now turn yourself invisible with a bonus action for 1 turn. You can do this a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier between long rests. Level 15 Monster Slayer Rangers get their final subclass feature, Slayer's Counter. If the target of your Slayer's prey forces a saving throw against you, you can use your reaction to make 1 weapon attack. If you hit, you automatically pass the save, and you still get to deal damage. For your new spell, once more, take what you want. Level 16 Rangers earn our final ability score improvement, technically, Cap Off Wisdom. Level 17 Rangers are now Precise Hunters. All attacks against the creature marked by your Hunter's Mark are now at advantage. You also now have 5th level spells. For your Slayer spell, Hold Monster targets one creature within 90 feet and forces a Wisdom save. If they fail, they are paralyzed for 1 minute while you maintain this spell. At the end of each of your turns, it can repeat the save, ending the spell if it passes. Steel Wind Strike causes you to rush your enemies with blinding speed. Choosing 5 creatures within 30 feet, you make 1 melee attack against each target, dealing 6d10 force damage on a hit, and then appearing within 5 feet of one of the targets. For your other spell, take what you want. You've hit character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Produce Flame now deals 4d8 fire damage on a hit. Level 18 Rangers gain Feral Senses. You now have Blindside out to 30 feet. Level 19 Rangers earn an Epic Boon. This is a standard feat or an epic boon feat, which only character level 19s can earn. For your epic boon, Boon of Combat Prowess adds +1 to your dex, and then whenever you miss with an attack roll, you can hit instead. You can use this boon once per turn. If you don't like this boon, customize however you like. For your final spell, take whatever you want and have some fun. Our final level is level 20 Rangers, and you receive Foe Slayer. Your Hunter's Mark now deals 1d10 extra force damage. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 20, Dex 14, Con 12, Intelligence 10, Wisdom 20, Charisma 8. Let's dive in. You are terrifying. You can stack damage pretty easily or hit incredibly hard just right out the gate. For stacking damage, you're dealing 2d6 until level 20, where it then becomes 1d10 plus 1d6. You can also throw fire at your enemies, which is pretty nice. You can paralyze them, push them back, trap them, force disadvantage on attacks against you, charm them, know their weaknesses, and banish them. You're also pretty hard to deal with. You can give yourself temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus 5 or 1d6 plus 12. You can heal, can lower your exhaustion easier, and wearing a chain shirt gives you an AC of 16. To finish it, your skills and proficiencies are pretty good, with 3 expertise, 4 languages, 2 weapon masteries, 40-foot speed that goes for walking, climbing, and swimming, can make people tell the truth, and the ability to make potions and other creations. Downside. Biggest problem is concentration spells. You have a lot of them, and one of them has a lot of boosts to it, which means you'll need to get a magic weapon, or maybe a silver blade, to deal magical damage if you don't use Hunter's Mark. Next is your health. Taking the average, you're only over 140. Not really a fighter who can take on the world. All of this is pretty fixable because you'll get a magic weapon, and rolling for stats gives you a better chance at more health. Time for the monsters that hide within the darkness to know that what true fear really is. I'd like to give a special shout out to my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, Matthew Dens, Burton, and Jonathan Haynes. You guys rock. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.